Hello students, welcome to the second part of Russian Revolution. I hope all of you have subscribed the channel and also clicked the bell button so that you can get all the notifications of the new videos. In the second part, we will study the revolution which started in 1905. Till now we have studied how the society of Russia was changed, what was Karl Marx theory. So now we will start from the Russian Revolution part 2, that is 1905 revolution. So when the revolution started, Russia was an autocracy. Autocracy is a kind of government where the power is in a single hand. You can also call it a dictatorship, but the difference between the dictatorship and autocracy is very little or minute, you can say. If it's an autocracy, means there must be any monarch or king, and in dictatorship mostly the people who are democratically elected, they become the dictators. So in autocracy, Tsar was a person who wanted all the power in his hand, so he did not need or did not want any kind of parliament, because the parliament is always a kind of distraction for a king. Now, as we had discussed in the first part, who were liberals, radicals, and conservatives, so the liberals, they wanted a revolution, and they were all supported by the Muslim reformers, and these reformers were called jihadists. Actually, these reformers were Muslims, but with a difference. So in Farsi they were called Jadidi, but in English we call them jihadists. So in the factories, the living conditions of workers was not very good, and actually one event happened when I told you that so many associations were formed. So one association was there, and 4 members of that association were fired or dismissed from one iron factory called Putilov Iron Works. And there was so much unity in Russia. So 11,000 workers went on strike. So after the strike started, one event happened which is very famous in the Russian Revolution, that is called Bloody Sunday. So when all the workers started in a procession, and at that time in there was a river Neva, in it's also there now in St. Petersburg. So at the right side of Neva were some factories and living quarters, while on the left bank of Neva there were official buildings, Winter Palace. So we can call it a posh or fashionable place. So all the workers in a procession reached towards Winter Palace, and their leader was Father Gapon. Father Gapon was a priest who was leading this procession, and police and Cossacks attacked on these workers. Cossacks were voluntary, we can say, people. Actually, there was a country named Yugoslavia. So these people of Yugoslavia were called Slavs, and In Russia, these people were called Cossacks. They were very good fighters. So mostly the king kept them on his side. So police and Cossacks attacked these people. 100 people were killed and 300 were wounded. And it was the day of Sunday, so it is called Bloody Sunday. Now we come to the formation of Russian Parliament. The name of parliament in different countries is different. Like in America, we call it Senate. In the same way, in Russia, the parliament was called Duma. So ultimately, after the long demand, Tsar admitted to the parliament in 1905. So first Duma was elected, and within its election of 75 days, it was dismissed by Tsar, because the people who were elected in the Duma, they were all liberals and radicals, and Tsar did not want any sort of people in his parliament, so he dismissed it. And again there was a re-election, and now Tsar just filled up the parliament with the conservatives, while the radicals or the liberals, they were all kept out of parliament. Now we come to another event which happened before the Russian Revolution, that is First World War. अच्छा, वर्ल्ड वॉर आप सभी जानते हैं कि फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड वॉर हुआ था 1914 में हुआ था। अब इस वॉर में दो पार्टीज़ थीं, आप कह सकते हो ग्रुप ऑफ कंट्रीज़। वन ग्रुप ऑफ कंट्री वॉज कॉल्ड एलाइज, एंड इन द बिगिनिंग फ्रांस, ब्रिटेन, रशिया वर द पार्ट ऑफ एलाइज, while they were fighting with Germany, Austria and Turkey in combination, and these countries were called Central Powers. Later on, some more countries like Italy joined it and US also joined it, but these countries along with US is called Allies and Central Powers. So in Russia, the war was very popular at that time. लोगों को वॉर पसंद आया और लोग ज़ार के आसपास इकट्ठा होने लगे. And in the people, anti-German sentiments means all the people were against Germany, so they were anti-German. भावनाएं उनकी जर्मनी के खिलाफ थीं. Now this war was being fought on two fronts. रशिया के दो तरफ ये वॉर लड़ा जा रहा था. फ्रंट मतलब होता है मोर्चा. तो वेस्टर्न फ्रंट और ईस्टर्न फ्रंट, ये क्वेश्चन आता है कि इन दोनों फ्रंट्स पर ये मोर्चे पर लड़ाई अलग अलग कैसे थी. तो वेस्टर्न फ्रंट पर आर्मी ने बढ़िया लड़ा और जीत हासिल की, जबकि ईस्ट में रशिया हार गया जर्मनी से. और न केवल वो हार गए बल्कि रिट्रीट भी उन्होंने किया. दे लॉस्ट एंड रिट्रीटेड. रिट्रीट मीन्स कमिंग बैक. एंड व्हेन दे केम बैक, दे डिस्ट्रॉयड ऑल देयर क्रॉप्स, बिकॉज दे थॉट कि अगर हमने ये क्रॉप्स लौटते समय छोड़ दी, अब दुश्मन की सेना आएगी तो उन क्रॉप्स को इस्तेमाल कर लेगी. तो उन्होंने इसलिए वो क्रॉप्स सब जला दी और उसका नुकसान रशिया को उठाना पड़ा. ऑल्सो ड्यू टू दिस रीज़न द इंडस्ट्रीज सफर्ड एंड द प्राइस ऑफ ब्रेड एंड फ्लोर बिकेम वेरी हाई. नाउ वी मूव टूवर्ड्स फेब्रुअरी रिवॉल्यूशन. अब ये रेवोल्यूशन जो है दो हिस्सों में हुआ 1917 में. तो पहले फरवरी में हुआ, उसके बाद फाइनली अक्टूबर में हुआ. So in February 1917, there were winters and the condition in Petrograd was very serious. Actually, Petrograd was the name of the same city, St. Petersburg. Now, as I have already explained to you that on the left bank of river Neva, it was very fashionable and Winter Palace and very good official buildings were there like Duma also. And on the right bank, factories and workers' quarters were there. So, again, on 22nd February, the strike started and it was a complete lockdown in factories. And women were the leaders in this strike. That's why this day, 22nd February, is called International Women's Day. But I want to remind you one thing, that it was as International Women's Day in Russia, but there is a 19-day difference between the calendar of Russia and the Europe. So you will have to remember that also. Now the government called army and police. It means the government wanted to repress this movement. And on 25th, the government suspended Duma, and again the army was called. So first time, as we already know, that the army or the police and Cossacks repressed the strike, but to much of wonder, this time army refused to attack on the workers. ये आपने पहली बार सुना होगा कि आर्मी ने हड़ताल करने वाले वर्कर्स पर हमला करने से इनकार कर दिया हो. इसका मतलब कि इस बार जो वर्कर्स थे, आर्मी उनके साथ आ गई. एंड आर्मी वॉज ऑल्सो डिवाइडेड इन टू पार्ट्स. वन पार्ट वॉज विद द जार एंड कंजर्वेटिव्स, एंड ऑल्सो इट वॉज एक्चुअली प्रोविजनल गवर्नमेंट. जार हट चुका था, या आप कह सकते हो कि अभी जार नहीं हटा था लेकिन हटने वाला था. सो द आर्मी refused, and on March 2nd all the military commanders gathered together and they met Tsar and they told him to abdicate. उन्होंने ज़ार से कहा कि अब आप अपना पद छोड़ दीजिए, और ज़ार ने ऐसा ही किया, और इस तरीके से रशिया में मोनार्की ख़त्म हो गई. नाउ वी कम टू द मंथ ऑफ अप्रैल. अच्छा, इसके पहले हम लोग ये पढ़ चुके थे कि लेनिन कौन थे, जिन्होंने एक पार्टी बनाई थी, सोशलिस्ट रिवोल्यूशनरी पार्टी. फिर बाद में उसका एक दूसरा नाम हो गया रिवोल्यूशनरी पार्टी, और फिर बोल्शेविक ग्रुप था इनका. और उसके बाद आपकी टेक्स्ट बुक में भी कहीं मेंशन नहीं है कि जो ज़ार था उसने लेनिन को रशिया से बाहर निकाल दिया था. दैट इज़ कॉल्ड एक्साइल. इन अप्रैल 1917 व्हेन ज़ार was abdicated, so Lenin came back from his exile and now he presented April thesis. April thesis मतलब अप्रैल के महीने में पेश की गई विचारधारा या एक प्लान जो लेनिन का था. According to this April thesis, three things were there. First, it was the time for the Soviet means all the combined set of parties to take over the government. ये पहला पॉइंट प्लान था. दूसरा, वॉर शुड बी स्टॉप्ड. जो वर्ल्ड वॉर चल रहा है ये ख़त्म होना चाहिए. एंड ऑल द बैंक्स शुड बी नेशनलाइज्ड. जितनी बैंक्स थी वो सब सरकारी होनी चाहिए बजाय प्राइवेट के. ये कहलाती है अप्रैल थीसिस. यू हैव टू रिमेंबर these 3 points. Now in summer the movement was also very strong and the unions were also formed and a provisional government was formed, and this government now repressed all the Bolshevik movement. तो लेनिन को लग रहा था कि शायद जो नई गवर्नमेंट बनी है वो उनका साथ देगी, पर उसने उनका साथ नहीं दिया। एंड at the same time the peasants, means the farmers, wanted the redistribution of land, and many places were there where they seized the land। उन्होंने ज़मीन कब्जा भी कर ली जुलाई से सितंबर 1917 के बीच में। और यहाँ पर हम लोग सेकेंड पार्ट का एंड करते हैं, एंड रेस्ट आई विल एक्सप्लेन यू in third part.